Have you ever stopped to consider why we obey governments, or why any institution should hold a monopoly on force within a given territory? It is a fundamental question that shapes societies, and one that philosophical anarchism boldly takes on. Philosophical anarchism directly challenges the moral legitimacy of the state. It asserts that no state, regardless of its form or actions, can possess an inherent right to exercise coercive authority over individuals. This means it questions the very foundation of political obligation, suggesting that individuals are not morally bound to obey state commands. The core of this challenge stems from the belief that true moral authority resides with the individual. Philosophical anarchists argue that concepts like the social contract or tacit consent, often used to justify state power, are insufficient to create a universal and binding moral duty to obey. They contend that any such consent is either not genuinely free, not explicitly given by all, or simply too vague to impose a moral obligation, especially when state actions can infringe on individual autonomy and freedom. Understanding this perspective helps us critically examine the principles underlying political authority. It encourages us to scrutinize claims of state legitimacy and to consider alternative models of social organization based on voluntary association and cooperation rather than hierarchical command. This intellectual exercise is crucial for a deeper appreciation of political philosophy. One key insight from philosophical anarchism is the distinction between practical anarchy and theoretical anarchy. Philosophical anarchists do not necessarily advocate for the immediate abolition of all existing states through violence or revolution. Instead, they champion the idea that while states might be practically necessary for now, they are never morally justified. This nuance allows for a critique of power structures without requiring direct, disruptive action. Ultimately, philosophical anarchism invites us to rethink our default assumptions about power and governance. It provides a robust framework for questioning the moral claims of all forms of authority, prompting us to consider how social order can emerge from individual freedom and voluntary arrangements, rather than from imposed obligations.